We've got one final guest with us here today. I'd like to invite Activision Publishing CEO Eric Hirshberg to join me. Activision is known around the world for blockbuster entertainment and several of the most successful franchises in game history. So Eric, come on out. Well, Eric, I know there are a lot of people here who are pumped to hear what you have to say, so have at it.
All right, thanks, Reggie. We're equally pumped to say it. So it's great to be here with you all because it looks to us like this November, Nintendo will once again bring a lot of freshness, a lot of innovation, a lot of new ideas to video games and to the living room overall with the launch of the Wii U. And we're excited because we think we've got a few great games that are going to really help show it off. As all of you, I'm sure, would agree, our industry is going through a time of tremendous disruption right now, driven by everything from new devices to new business models to new competition to new consumer behavior. And there's more competition than ever before, but there are also more gamers than ever before. In fact, I would argue that games, video games, have become the entertainment medium of choice for a generation. And historically, nothing has gotten gamers more excited and supercharged that interest than the possibilities that are brought about by new innovative game platforms, which is, of course, why we're here today. With its innovative second screen on the gamepad and its HD-ready graphics, Nintendo's Wii U, we think, is the most capable Nintendo platform ever, particularly for the types of games that we love to make. And it obviously gives our developers a lot of new toys to play with and consider in their creative process. What I've always most admired about Nintendo is that their ideas about hardware and software are so tightly intertwined. And this has also been true a few times in Activision's history, most recently, and never more so than with our recent launch of Skylanders. In fact, when Jerry Storch, our partner who's the head of Toys R Us, first saw Skylanders, he said that he thought it was an idea that Nintendo could have come up with. Now, I took this to be a huge compliment. But for all of us at Activision, it always comes down to one thing and one thing only, and that's making great entertainment experiences for passionate gamers all over the world. And we're really excited by the possibilities of the Wii U, which is why we're working to deliver a great lineup of titles which will be available in the Wii U launch window. So to take a look at what we're up to, let's show you.
Goes our contestant, Johnny. What a wipeout! Now, last year, as you know, we brought virtual play together with physical play in a whole new way with the revolutionary Skylanders Spyro's Adventure.
Now, that game quickly went on to become the #1 selling new kids IP of 2011, and year to date in 2012, it's also the best-selling video game right now. And this year, the adventure only gets bigger, excuse the pun, with Skylanders Giants. With the Wii U, gamers can play using tilt and touchscreen controls, as well as drag and drop functionality with their characters right from their gamepad. Plus, the touchscreen delivers real-time character stats and level objectives in the palm of the gamer's hand. Now, we'll also be releasing some of our top licensed properties, as you saw, like 007 Legends, which celebrates 50 years of James Bond action by letting gamers play some of the most iconic action sequences from Bond films throughout the decades, including a few from this year's upcoming film, Skyfall. And then, of course, there's Wipeout, everyone's favorite crazy, insane obstacle course based on the popular game show. And we're also releasing an all-new Transformers game called Transformers Prime, which is based on the multiple Emmy Award-winning television series viewed by about 160 million people worldwide. And this one will be exclusive to Nintendo platforms. Now, there is one more game that we'll be bringing to the Wii U, but it didn't make the trailer, and I hope you don't mind, but we thought we'd do a live demo. Instead, we brought it along, and it's called Call of Duty Black Ops 2. You've heard of it. So Treyarch, who you know well, our award-winning development studio, who are the developers of Black Ops 2, also have a long history of bringing Call of Duty games to Nintendo platforms dating all the way back to the GameCube. But I think what Treyarch is making this year is nothing short of the most groundbreaking Call of Duty game yet. And it looks great on the Wii U. For the first time in the Call of Duty franchise, Black Ops 2 takes gamers into the near future, where a whole new arsenal of technology and weapons and gameplay mechanics become possible and open up. Now, with over 35 million average monthly players online, obviously the highlight for a lot of Call of Duty players is multiplayer. And Black Ops 2 raises that bar again with a completely reimagined approach to our multiplayer game. And we're going to show you what it looks like right now on the Wii U. I'm going to bring up my good friends Jacob Porter and Jason Addis, who are going to do a live demo. Come on up, guys. Now, the reason that Jason and Jacob are going to be doing the demo is because if I did it myself, I would kill everyone way too quickly. It would be all headshots. It would be over in a flash. So we're going to let these two guys do the honors. The guys are going to be playing in a map located in Singapore called Cargo. And they're playing in a mode called Combat Training. Now, this is the full multiplayer experience, only you're playing, in this case, against AI bots. And it's a great mode to build your skills if you're playing by yourself or also with a friend, as the guys are doing here. Now, graphically, you can see that Singapore, this Cargo map, really brings into light the incredible graphics that Treyarch are bringing to Black Ops 2. And we've never been able to achieve this level of realism before on a Nintendo platform. You can see the atmosphere and the textures and the lighting are all at a new level for what we've been able to do on a Nintendo platform. And the other thing to note is that it's all being delivered in full HD and in Call of Duty's signature 60 frames per second. Now, one of the coolest things about Black Ops 2, as I mentioned, is the near future weaponry, much of which is drone technology. Now, you can actually play as a lot of these drone weapons. Now, Jacob just took control of a weaponized quad-rotor helicopter, so he's taking the fight to the air, which is a new gameplay mechanic for multiplayer in Call of Duty. And we've also reinvented Create a Class, which gives gamers more control and more choices over how to outfit their soldier to fit their style of gameplay than ever before. When we're doing it on the Wii U, all that takes place right in the palm of your hand on the second screen. So you can change your loadout on the fly, mid-game, and not miss a second of the action. Now, players can also use the second screen to view their mini-map while they're playing, or even to call in a score streak right from the touch screen. You can tell that Treyarch had some fun figuring out the ways to leverage the gamepad's second screen. And what I'm proud of is not just for mere novelty, but it really does enhance the gameplay experience. They've also built in support, I think it's worth noting, for the Wii Remote and nunchucks, as well as the new Pro Controller. So whichever controller you're using on the Wii U, you'll be able to play Black Ops 2 with it. And speaking of enhancing the gameplay experience, one of the coolest things about Black Ops 2 for the Wii U is how we're using the gamepad to turn what was a split screen into two separate full screens. Instead of splitting the screen down the middle when you're playing with a buddy, one player can now play on full screen on the TV while the other plays with a second full screen on the gamepad. So this whole time, Jason's been playing alongside Jacob, full screen on his gamepad. Both guys can play here together competitively or cooperatively in the same room without having to share the same screen. Now, if you've ever had to fight for who controls the TV in your house, the gamers will also appreciate the fact that you can play the game directly from the gamepad without using the TV at all. But I don't think any of that's going to matter in a minute here because it looks like Jason's about ready to unleash a score streak that we call the drone swarm, which should be, there they come. Okay, so we're going to rain a whole squadron of drones down on Singapore, and I can tell you it's not a very pleasant time to be an AI bot right now. So that's just a little slice of Call of Duty Black Ops 2 multiplayer for the Wii U. And it's going to be, of course, even more dramatic when you have all your friends playing together online in a full-on multiplayer battle. So, round of applause for Jason and Jacob. Thanks, great job. Now, of course, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 will also, on the Wii U, come with the full epic single-player campaign, which also has tons of innovations. It's got branching storylines and non-linear gameplay baked into campaign for the first time. And, of course, our friends, the zombies, will also be back and better than ever. We don't have any reveals on that today, but stay tuned. They'll be coming soon. But what we do have will be in full force on the Wii U. So you really will be getting the full Call of Duty experience this November on the Wii U, and we think it looks great. So that's it from Activision this morning. With that, I'm going to bring back Reggie.
Eric, thank you so much.
All right.
The games look great. Call of Duty really is the complete package. HD graphics that look out of this world, and the thrill of Call of Duty multiplayer on Wii U.